friends, and welcome to another episode of Brunch with Blake. Today we're going to do a simple stuffed pepper. I'm going to be using 2 green peppers, which I picked up at Food Lion for 2 for $1, and they are really pretty. So you can use green peppers or red peppers. To that, I'm going to dice up some scallions. You can also use yellow or white onions, it's your preference. I'm going to dice up some colorful sweet peppers to add. We're going to brown a half a pound of the Jennie-O turkey sausage. We're going to top it with some mozzarella cheese and some egg whites. And I picked this up also at Food Lion. I've never used egg whites, but I wanted to try it in today's recipe. Now listen, you can also add fresh or frozen or canned mushrooms, as well as frozen mixed vegetables with zucchini and squash. So it's up to you. Just try to keep it healthy. So the first step is to preheat the oven to 350. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the tops of the green pepper and the seeds. I'm going to put them in this glass dish here, and I'm going to bake that for 8 minutes. While the peppers are baking, I am going to be frying or browning up the Jennie-O turkey sausage with a little bit of olive oil in my cast iron skillet, just half a pack. And to that, we're going to have the peppers, the scallions, we'll pour the egg on top, and then top it with a little cheese. And in 15 minutes, brunch will be ready. So let's begin with the peppers, okay? Okay, we've cut the tops off of the peppers. Save the top. We're going to use these to dice it up. Just remove the seeds. We're going to remove the seeds from both, and we're going to put these into a glass dish. You can add, if you don't have a glass dish and you're using a baking sheet, you can use some parchment paper, you can spray it, whatever you need to do so that the bottoms are not sticking. So we've cut off the tops. We're going to put this in the oven for 350 for 15 minutes, and then we're going to go over to the stove and brown up the turkey sausage, okay? Okay, I added a little olive oil to my cast iron skillet, and I'm using a half a pack of the Jennie-O, and I'm just going to put that in so that it can brown while the peppers are cooking. And then I'm going to chop up the sweet peppers and the scallions to get that ready. So leave this in here so it can brown properly. Now let's go cut up the peppers and the onions. Okay, the ground turkey is browning in a skillet. The peppers will be coming out of the oven shortly. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to dice up these peppers. I used the top of the green pepper. I'm going to dice that up, and also the colorful sweet peppers and the scallion. So I'm going to dice this up to be added to our pepper. So just using a small knife, whatever you're comfortable with, just dice it up. I'm not a chef, so I'm not going to show you how inarticulate I am with these peppers, but I'm getting the job done. So I'm going to dice these up. I have about 2 minutes left for the peppers, and they will be coming out of the oven. Then I will add all of this with the ground beef right to the peppers, okay? So here we go. Get these peppers done, stir the ground beef, and then we'll be ready to stuff the green peppers. I never asked you guys questions like what recipes do you like to, or what are your favorite brunches? Do you go out for brunch? Do you fix brunch for your family? Do you want something easy breezy, or do you go over the top on the weekend since you're rushing during the week? So why don't you leave a comment at the bottom what your favorite brunch is, and maybe I'll try to make it. As long as it's easy. It doesn't take too much time. Okay? All right, peppers are all done. Let's get the ground turkey done and get the peppers out of the oven, okay? One step that I did leave out is sauteing your peppers and onions, just to get them a little translucent. So I'm going to use this non-stick skillet with a little more olive oil, and I'm going to put these peppers and onions in just for a few minutes to stir them up. Then I'm going to mix this all up with the ground turkey. Then we will stuff the peppers, top it with the egg whites, and the mozzarella cheese, and then back in the oven for about 15 minutes or until the eggs set. So let me get this pan started, get the peppers going, and then we'll stuff everything into the peppers. The peppers have been taken out of the oven. Now I'm going to saute the mixed sweet peppers, the tops of the green peppers, and a little bit of scallions. And to that, once the turkey sausage is completely browned, I will add this to that mixture, stir it up with a slotted spoon, and then we can just fill the green peppers with the mixture, pour in the egg whites, and top it with the mozzarella. We'll put it in the oven for 350 until the eggs have thoroughly cooked, and our brunch will be ready. So give me a few minutes to saute up these peppers, and then we'll stuff the peppers. The sausage has browned. The peppers have sauteed. So we're going to add the peppers to the ground beef. I'm going to mix this all up. It smells wonderful. I am purposely not adding any seasoning salt because I want this to be heart healthy as we can get with the vegetables and the ground turkey. So we're just going to mix this all up. Very nice and colorful. If you wanted to add some squash or zucchini, that would be fine. But this is easy. It's just a few ingredients, the peppers and the turkey. So now we're going to remove that and put it into the peppers, and then pour the egg whites on top, and then a little bit of mozzarella cheese, and we're going to bake that in the oven. Okay? So let me grab a spoon and get that stuffed in the pepper. Okay, I removed some of the mixture from the pan with a slotted spoon, and I put it right into the green pepper. And I filled it not completely to the top because I want to add the eggs. Now this is egg mates. These are 99% egg product, no fat, no cholesterol, and it is pasteurized. I mentioned it was egg whites. It's not actually egg whites, but it's lower fat, low sodium, so it's healthier than a regular egg. But if not, it's probably easier to do this than to try to separate the egg whites from the yolk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour and fill up these gaps in here. Let that settle. Same thing for the second pepper. Let that settle. Give it a little shake there. You're probably going to poke it with a skewer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to fill it to the top. Now what I want to do is I want to add the cheese on first, but I'm going to wait. And I'm going to add my mozzarella cheese after this has baked maybe about 10 minutes to ensure that the eggs are thoroughly cooked, because I don't want to bite into something and have the egg yolk run out all over the plate. So let me put this in the oven for about 10 minutes on 350, and then we'll top it with the mozzarella cheese and then put it back in the oven for about another 5 minutes, okay? I started thinking about the leftover peppers that I had, and I didn't want it to go bad in case I didn't use it in a salad this week. So I decided I'm going to saute them in the pan and pour in the egg mix to make like a mini omelet. So I'm letting the pan heat up. Then I simply cut some rings. I'm going to put those in. And while that cooks a little bit, then I'm going to pour the egg mates in between and see what happens. It might work, it may not work. So might do this off camera so you don't see a disaster in the making, but you know, there's a way to save food where you could actually cut up these peppers and freeze them, use them for your spaghetti sauce, dice them up, use them for later, or you know, if you're having a party, you can use them as some sort of appetizer decoration. So like my grandma said, waste not, want not. So let's see how this turns out. Give me a second, and we'll pour the eggs in and come up with a new creation. So what I did is I am just sauteing both sides, browning both sides, and get it a little soft. And then I'm going to pour the egg mix right into the middle, and we'll have a different breakfast brunch for a selection. Okay, I'm going to pour the egg mix right into the middle of the pepper here. Oh, there's the timer for the other pepper. Pour a little bit more of the eggs. Didn't do what I wanted it to do. So, it's a disaster in the making. Don't worry about it. Let's get back to the peppers. Okay, the peppers have been in the oven for about 30-35 minutes. So I'm going to top it with some mozzarella cheese and put it back in for another 10 minutes. And then it will be ready for cutting and enjoying. Okay, so mozzarella, we'll go back in for 10 minutes and it'll be done. All right, friends, there you have it. We have finished our stuffed peppers with Jennie-O turkey sausage, sweet peppers, and scallions. So thank you for watching. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and follow my blog at deeva.com. So until we meet again, have a blessed day. See ya.